Alright peeps, welcome back to Cavey, episode 3. We're here inside of one of the many caves of Cavey, next to the water source. This is the one that spills out this side there, onto the main river. That flows our little water wheel here, and allows us to plank some logs. When we have logs to plank, that is. Speaking of, let's unpause ye. We can have 8 logs to plank just from that one unpause. Now in a speedy up bit at the end of the last episode, we got this deep water pump in. Happy days. We're now up to 4 water pumps. And we do still have a little bit of water left over up here. Now my main priority this episode is to store as much food and water as beaverly possible. And you know what? Since we're growing grapes, I think we need to dedicate at least one of these to grape storage. We still have a full 200 worth of berries to store. We are on a mission to pick up some kohlrabis over here and replace it with a gear workshop. Like I say, when the kohlrabis are gone, that is. But to do that, we're also going to need to build this water wheel. But I'm a tad apprehensive to unpause that right now, because if I do that, it will be a higher priority than any of these here. And I would rather get these water pumps in before anything else. Speaking of, bring that hauling post down. Look at that, he cannot reach. I thought he could reach. That's why I deleted the ladder. Beaver man, what are you like? Look at this incredibly tall bamboo, whenever we get to it. Well, look at that, we got a beaver over there digging up the blueberry bush. And once that's up, we're going to have a forest again plant another heather blossom to expand this ever blossom farm we've got here. Which is a bloody good thing we've got, because we desperately need the wood. We desperately need the wood to turn it into planks before this river runs dry again. Or worse, a bad tide approaches, which is why I want these water pumps in ASAP. Look at this beaver kipping in the hauling post. Oh, I love it. Absolutely kipping away, having a bit of a midday siesta. I mean, ignore the fact that I've got always daylight on and it's actually midnight. He decided to impromptu shelter under some shelter that's not quite shelter yet. But once it does become shelter, the haulers will kick him straight out of there. We've got an entire plank and a plank on the gun. And 3 logs on the gun. We're going to be planking it up in knee time, yeah. Is this the last one? One more plank and we'll get another water pump on the gun. Now we've got a handful of planks to get up here before this water pump's in. Oh no! Davey died! On day 3 of cycle 10. What about Blue Maloo? Is Blue Maloo still knocking about? Why aye, Blue Maloo's knocking about in here, man. I mean, that's not Blue Maloo. Blue Maloo's actually doing the graft inside. Not chatting to the passers-by. Aren't you, Blue Maloo? You absolute legend. You know what? Let's jump into a little speedy up bit while we watch this water slurper get built and start slurping up that clean river water. Look at that big old water pump slurping away, and look at that beaver carrying away some berries. I couldn't quite catch the beaver on the click, but there we go. We've got some beaver taking some berries up the big ladders here and dropping them off in the berry storage at their back. The first lot of berries to be stored. 13 of the bad lads. 13! Oh, and this is in! Another 11 logs and we are slurping it all up. Speaking of how we're doing with water storage, I think I might unpause a couple of more of these. Or at the very least up the priority of some of these. Oh, what do you look doing here? They've picked up the kohlrabis. That means we can get into wood. Get ourselves a gear workshop on the gun. Now beavers, if you would be so kind, get that up and running please. And you know what, since we're going to be building that soon, let's redo a little bit of this to accommodate some medium tanks. And there we have it, all colourful and everything. I also popped a little gatherer flag on here so we can pick up these berries and rip at least this one up, because I want to pop a medium tank here as well. Oh, it's always scary when you see the pink trees all the way down. Oh, there's an oak though. Can you reach the oak, Mr. Bang? You can reach the oak. Chop that down, get 8 more logs. Are these anywhere near grown yet? 85%. I hope they get grown before any sort of next tide comes along. This one as well. I want to get up here, get these pines out, get some access to this underground ruins, so I can then wait a couple of cycles to get everything I need to build an efficient mine on here. But it will happen. Oh, more paradise! It's a drought though! It's a boom big drought! I love a drought. I love 4 droughts in a row as well. They're my favourite type of droughts. Much better than Lemon Canyon where you get 4 bloody bad tides in a row. Alright, we've got heaps of logs knocking about on the deck here. Can we one... Ooh, that might be why there's no building going on. 1, 2 pause. And 2 builders please. Can do some things. Right, since we got a drought, I'm lowering the priority of this. The old Cogger's workshop is not needed when there's nought to spin the wheel. Speaking of spinning the wheel, I want this cracking along the whole time. Even prioritised by haulers. for whenever we get extra body jobs. But with 2 builder beavers, they should be picking up these hamper logs here, even though we're about to take one of those jobs away. Now I'll pause it, and we'll wait until the drought kicks in, and then we'll unpause it and get these berries picked in drought. Well, I have some unfortunate news. If the math work out, 10% of 30 is 3, and we've got more than 10% left, and less than 3 days left. So it's got to be another cycle with knee path here. Just a bloody babby oak. And mate, why haven't you got run to chopping this big oak over here yet? Is there any particular reason we didn't have this water pump in yet? It's a tad disconcerting that, like. I guess I unpaused a maximum priority thing that was built beforehand, but I really don't think so. Maybe these two? I mean, we don't need it at the moment anyway, we're filling up with storage. But yeah, we definitely want to get that up and running during this drought. As well as spend some science points on a little upgrade of mine. Actually, let's test this out. 103 to 102. I even saw it spike to 104 there. So averages out at 103 horsepower. So if I remember that, once I've done me shenanigans, we'll see if that's still 103 horsepower. Oh no, look what I just saw coming out of the berry house. We've got an injured beaver. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Alright, well-being, medical bed. No, it's a decontamination pod. Oh, flashbacks. Flashbacks to Lemon Canyon. Right, before we get too far into the Lemon Canyon flashbacks, medical bed there, and then a bonus backup medical bed there. And that is a nice little tidy spot for the beavers to recover with a view of our cavey. Now, while I'm in this well-being slot, I really should have a teeth grindstone knocking about somewhere for these beavers. Let's incentivize them to get up here so they can unlock a teeth grindstone. I'll have to maximum prioritize that. And I notice we're chucking planks in here, which I don't particularly mind, because it means I've got 10 planks in the bank, you know? And if you look carefully at the sleeping beaver in the foreground, you'll notice they've got a broken tooth. That's nae good. I only noticed it while I saw them kipping on the ground like, but yeah, broken teeth. That's why we have this as a maximum priority jobby. So that beaver there can stop having broken teeth. And you know what? I should really try and get you to do something else. Like pause you and then unpause it and try and have someone else do this job. Let's say we steal some jobs in here. So we've got 4 beavers here. And then we unpause this one. And then we bring the priority down. Do we get Soulgrass back in here? No, we get Blue Maloo! And Blue Maloo's gnashers are fine, aren't they? Absolutely fine. Are you popping a plank in the ladder? Why, Blue Maloo, he looks after the colony, you know. Absolute legend is Blue Maloo. Now what? Blue Maloo, at the age of 47, you, sir, have earned yourself a knighthood of honour beyond all else. You are now officially recognised as a true legend. I salute ye as ye chop down this wee ever blossom here. Get it chopped, Blue Maloo, the legend. I forgot I was locked on. The camera went a bit how you can. I'm coming along with these planks doing here. 2 and 0. And by planks, they of course mean ladders.
I haven't got stairs to mistake as ladders, so I'm going to have to mistake something as them.
I'm doing it correctly this time. I haven't got stairs to mistake as planks, so we're going to have to mistake something else as planks, aren't we? Bloody what a guy. Oh, look at this tree getting chopped down after all this time. It's a shame. It's not this tree, innit? The one that's blocking the path connection. But once this is all up and running, I'll be able to get a cassava in there, and you know what? Build a beaver. I mean farmer beaver, sorry. I want to get proper up close and personal with a beaver with a big straw hat on here, but we're going to have to wait until they wake up. I didn't realise it was night time. Beaver with a straw hat. Ha! Dig that hole and slap the kohlrabi in there. Oh yes, I love the hats, like the hats and the hammers. Big hats and hammers update. Absolutely fantabulous. Absolutely fandabulous. I mean, look, while these waterfalls are gushing over the rocks, let me gush over this bloody cave, man. It's awesome. We started in there. We've got in here. We had a bit of an explore up here, remember, in the last episode. We realised that this is why it takes a long time to bloody flood the waterfall. Because the water sources are all the way back there. And there's even more in that cave there. If any of you have any ideas of what we can do with that cave, like, let us know. I'll probably think of something, but there's a lot more yees out there than there is of me, so I'm always doing for some mad suggestions. Oh, and we got our last water pump in. Well, not the last one ever, but the last one for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 water pumps. Slurping all the water up. Like I say, I'm quite enjoying these grapevines, like... You saw them getting picked while we were on the speedy up bit for this, and oh, along the riverside. Riverside grapes. You could even mistake those berries for grapes if you were so inclined, you know. The beavers love the grapes as well because they didn't last long in the big grape house like. There's Zogras with the broken teeth, but they work at the lumber mill where they didn't have to use the teeth. We've got Blue Maloo, the legend. He's chomping away using his sharp gnashers, getting that big old Everblossom down to the ground. Look at it quivering in its roots. Well done, Blue Maloo. I think it was clear that Blue Maloo was too icy, like, after Davey. Are you seriously? Why is this maximum priority? Why is this maximum priority? For real, though. It's getting paused because there's 6 logs, as there's 6 planks in the bank there, so... Yeah, nah, get that paused. I want this built. So old mate Zolgras here can go chopping his teeth and not have broken teeth when he's trying to gnash into his kohlrabies. Speaking of kohlrabies, you get in there. Ooh, and this was built. It's not a speaking of kohlrabies, it's a speaking of ladders, which I wasn't speaking of. And once that's built, at a high priority, we can get these trees chopped, these berries picked, and ripped out. Hopefully replaced with more kohlrabies. Although this one little area is annoying me like. So let's say we take out this one here. And we're going to pop a ladder there. And that also conveniently lets us get up to here if we want a ladder up there, you know. If we want to. Alright, 0.4 days. The water's starting to slow down, as you can see. We're only at 105 horsepower instead of 103. Proper slowing down it is. I swear the water slowed down. Is it not slowed down as it approaches a drought? There we go. Aye. Significantly. That's what it does. Luckily, we only need 75 horsepowers to be gone at 100% efficiency. Which we've already went below. Okay then. But the beavers are kipping anyway. It's no worries. Now let us catch this view as all of the pauses get paused and all of the waterfalls get paused as well. 9 days. I think we can handle that. 585 water. I think we can handle that. We even have haulers. Yes. You know what? Let me start doing this. So we're going to be supplying goods to other warehouses when we're right next to the water pumps. And all of these up here are obtain goods from other warehouses. And to feed the kohlrabies and berries over here, we've got a little warehouse here that I'm going to be supply goods to other warehouses for the berries. And a little warehouse over here I'm going to be supplied goods to other warehouses here. And I'm going to be changing this warehouse to gears. Because of course, we've got a gear workshop coming in. And you know what? We've got a drought. I want the maximum amount of time possible to do this. Delete that. Resume the game temporarily to allow these beavers to get onto the land. Then delete our handy dandy warehouses. Recover 15 out of 15 logs. Every time. I love it. Every bloody time. And we're going to quite simply platform our there and levy our here. Alright beavers, get that in with the maximist of priorities. In the slightly less maximist of priorities for the Cogger's house. But please do pick up these first before you put the platforms in. Please do. Now we do have 8 planks knocking about in the small warehouse there. But if needed, we do have some backup planks, remember? 30 of them knocking about in the tank there. I paused 6 in there. And that was just left paused, so there's no bloody planks in there. Oh, and we have the 2 planks down here on this ladder. I tell you what, I love how the gun's like red when it's drying out. It's a mad little colour scheme that, isn't it? Big red Everblossom. And then there's the big pink Everblossom. But anywho, let's not miss the enjoyment in the beavers that did it. I told them not to and they did it. Oh no, but the beavers can pick up things from underneath, can't they? That's right. Alright, I don't have to panic so much. Let's do a little speedy up bit of the beavers rebuilding this new lumber mill. Equipped with levy. Hang on, I just remembered. Sorry, the speedy up bit literally didn't happen. I'm also going to have to spend some science points on some floodgates. Pop those there. Get those in before that's built, please, beavers. Otherwise, you're going to block your own access to building this bloody floodgate. Alright, let me release these planks back into the wild. And now we can do a big speedy up build. I suppose it's a bit more interesting because it's like they got the scaffolding up in it rather than it just being a flat slab. Alright, that's enough of that view. We've done all the building we can do. We need power to get more planks. Unless I've got planks heading away somewhere, maybe. What about here? 4 logs. 4 logs. Oh, this has been built. It's been built. Yes. This should be marked for cutting, shouldn't it? Okay, it isn't. I literally have everything else marked for cutting. Look, underneath here, marked for cutting. Everywhere else on the map. Well, apart from under the scrap. So maybe not everywhere else on the map. Okay, then. And I can't believe I didn't get the valley marked for cutting. Oh, berry bush, be gone. Because I have big plans for this little valley here. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Let's get this path deleted. And let me show you what my big plans are. It's going to be Lemon Valley. Look at that. It's going to be the source of all lemons here in Cavey. You know what? I'm actually keen for a little speedy up bit of this valley getting demolished. Get it done. So we can have some fresh ground to plant well lemon trees. Now, I have a feeling the beavers can't access the rest of these trees for some reason. I mean, I'd be wrong, but yeah, alright. Why haven't you chopped down this pine yet? Got the storage for it. Oh, speaking of, I built some storage. There, look at that. Big log storage. How about the top here? Looks like we didn't get the planks in for the... Hang on, 6 planks? Did I say there was 6 planks in here? Oh, there is 6 planks in here. And that would stop this from being full. Alright, delete that. Beavers, pick up those planks and pop them into those ladders, please. I'll replace this while I'm here. 4 planks. No! You came to have a look at MiGly the buffoon, have you? I didn't blame you, wee laddie. Oh, why didn't I use handy dandy small warehouses? Is this so handy dandy for that exact reason? You get all your rubber loot and you didn't lose anything. What a waste. What a waste of 2 bloody planks. Do I have 2 planks lying around anywhere I could nick? Nah. I'm going to get 4 planks in there. Nah. Right. Put those 4 planks back in here, beavers. And as for over here, I think I need to uproot this lemon tree, unfortunately. I get that smashed out. We're going to have to replace it with a ladder or 2, maybe, by the looks of things. Nah, just the one I'll do. Just the one. Did you hammer that ladder in already? Get the logs in. Why, I love it. But that should give us access up to the top there. And then this pine is a pain in the arse, I'm not going to lie. I might temporarily be like, no lemon tree, please. Pop a platform on there. Just to get it chopped down. And then when we get terrain, I'm going to level all of this up 1. So it's all at this level here. So all of this is going to be ripped up and popped a bit of terrain in. So it's only 1 lower anyway. I think it'll look better with the lemon trees actually sort of coming out of the top instead of being contained within the valley. We'll be able to find out when I plant them over here anyway. We'll be able to see. What a pain in the arse little valley to get into, innit? Couple of ladders down. And if you didn't have ladders, if you were just using stairs, I genuinely do not think you could get in here. Because there are only 3 spots that open when you start the map. The 2 where the ladders are here. In this spot here. Actually, no, I think it's this spot here. Where I've got the path. That's open. You can't get to this spot here because there's a tree there and there's trees surrounding that. And if you go stairs down to there, there's a tree either side, so you can't like go sideways. You just stare into the wall itself. You would have to demolish these 2 all the way down to get into here. To then like get a staircase down or something. To then delete your stair. To then get around. Oh, it will be mental. You know. Oh, there. Yeah. Big resource dump is this valley like without ladders. Oh, and then they put the 4 bloody things in there anyway. Now I didn't care. I didn't care. I'm spewing. I'm absolutely spewing about it, but I didn't care. Let's just do a speedy up bit while we watch the pink trees grow up and down until the water spills out from within the cave, eh? After unpausing these inventors! That way we can stop having follow worker builders hanging about on the top, lazing day and night, while we enjoy a nice speedy up bit. And there's the water flowing out the cave, as predicted. Now I think we're going to have to, we're going to have to pause some of these inventors. Because we've got the old industrial lumber mill on the crack. Or at least it will be once the water starts flowing. Look at it coming down here on the side and then coming down in the middle and all. Let's speed it up, get the water flowing. Because you now want to check, is this 103 H power or more? Oh, we're flooding, we're flooding, we're flooding. Okay, that's too much, that's too much. Down, down, down. No floods, no floods, no floods, please. Alright, let's try 0.75. Oh, the tree's gone! When did that happen? We've been in a drought. Oh well, path it up it is. And look, we finally have access to this bit lumberjack flag that we need to pause immediately so we don't end up wasting a job. Speaking of, do you like my little lumberjack that I paused in there during the speedy up bit? I also replaced this lumberjack flag, that's why there's a pile of logs there. I just went, bye-bye. And that's what you call free storage right there. Pile of shite on the floor. Nah, I knew that we're making planks. We should get 2 more of these bad lads in there. You can get paused now. I take it you've picked the berries. Aye. At least all the ones you can actually access. But I knew that we got this bad lad spinning at 215! What? Alright. I've over doubled me output by whipping the levy wall in there. I mean, I did think that was gonna, like, speed the water up, but not twice as much. Alright, so obviously the water last time was coming out the side, flowing underneath, and just, you know, it's got 5 big blocks to slowly spill out of. But you put the levee wall up, it stops all of this momentum and forces it out the back, out of 2 little blocks here. So of course you're going to gain some power, but I didn't know you were going to get nigh on twice the power. And this is still sitting at 100 knots. So basically we've got 3 for the price of 2 here. Let's see. 8.5, does that work? And 9.5 bloody floods. 8.5 gets close, but it's looking good. Can we tease a 9.0? Just a little tease? Ooh, aye. And just to make sure 9.5 wasn't a little, you know, one of them. A little as it guns. Are we going to flood on 9.5? No, we're not. Yes, we are. Okay. So 0.90 it is. And so I don't forget, 0.9 on there. Now, no floods, please. There we go. 4 builders. I'd rather have a sky answer. Or 2. You know what, actually, genuinely? I'd rather have 2 haulers and 2 builders like that. Because we need to get the water from here all the way up here. Ooh, and speaking of, we need to get this one paused now. I'll get that built. Have we got these ladders in with D? We've got access to the big log storage. But we need to unpause all of these large water tanks and get them all built. You know what? The all need to be built with a quickness. It looks like we're running out of storage for berries. Let me unpause these 2 here. And we'll just go berries and berries. Thanks to me little log dump there. We've got Ozbul here cracking away with the logs. But the question on everyone's mind. Do we have Blue Maloo's, you legend? Day 4 of cycle 10. Or day 10 of cycle 4. Whichever. Depends if you want to be correct or not. I can't believe I missed it. Pal, you died during a glorious speedy up bit. And look, you died of old age and all. And you would have been an old codger at that point. The first legend to cork it. And Cavey. Look at that, we got our beaver picking a berry over there. I love it. I absolutely love it. So we maximum priority on this cogger's house. We're getting it all in. Ooh, we are getting it all in. 15 planks and we're cogging away. Oh, let me get the gatherer flag on post. We got to be picking these up. These are absolutely wasted berries. And I mean, I would do our reet for new. But we can't be wasting those berries like that. Ah, lovely. I can delete this path here now. And if needs be, I can pop another medical bed on there with a view. But now that we've got our medical beds and our teeth grindstone, all of our beavers are happy as Larry.
You know what, actually, give me a little up in the priority here. Nah.
What I do want is that. Let me get this on the gun. And I wonder, is it worth spending some science points to do a wee build? I think it is. Let's spend 250 science points on some platforms to hang off the back of here. And remember that we have to get up to here first and chop down this tree. Well worth it, MiGly. I love wasting science points. It's my favourite pastime. What can I say? So I just thought part of this plan once this is down is I want to blow this up a little bit. Just, you know, so we can plant another kohlrabi on there. We can't blow anything up without bad water. Because the explosives factory takes bad water and turns it into dynamite. Not to mention that also requires 150 bloody horsey powers. Which we don't even have at the moment. So I'm thinking that I don't have metal blocks, so there's no point talking about getting a deep bad water pump on the go. Cool, cool. Well, all I can say is I hope you enjoyed me wasting those 250 science points right there. I certainly did. Oh, look at these plankers. Nigh on, fully stocked, ready to gun. I bet they died. Ticked, prioritised by haulers. The haulers are keeping it sorted. You know what? I wouldn't mind prioritising these little warehouses here by haulers. Oh, there's no planks gone in here because all the planks are gone in here. Oh, MiGly, mate. Why do it to yourself every bloody time? It's the same bit of bloody tank. Reef Beavers, pick that up, please. And then can you put it in the cogger's house where we could have been making cogs probably by now. Oh. And then can you replace that big gear? Oh, please tell me they're all there. Alright, they're all there. I didn't lose any this time, if naught else. I mean, one builder beaver's not going to do the trick here, like. Needs to be at least 2. And I'm just going to let the haulers be. Beavers are going to have to drop off the groundwater. To be fair, it seems like we're slurping off more than enough anyway for now. Compared to how much storage we've got. Storage which is dictated by this bad lad getting built. And not having all of its planks twocked to put in this bloody medium tank. Alright, we've got Rubberfox. He'll be picking up all the logs and planks and taking them back. Go on, lad. Get yourself up the ladders. No, up the ladders. I want you to pick this up, please. And then I want you to put it in here. And then I want you to put it in here. Simple as. You know, actually, I bet we can get a tidy little angle here of planks coming out the old planker shop and going straight into the old cogger's shop. And there it is, it's in! We've got the cogger's shop. And Yali, cogging away there. Alright, so now that you're in, let's unpause all of these. Now, how's our power efficiency? 100%, of course it is. We're making our 200 horsepower with just this, well, we were making over 200 horsepower with just this one, but not anymore. Although we are making more here, so we're making like a solid 300 horsepower, which is still 3 for the price of 2. But for now, we're gonna enjoy a little speedy up beaver ants angle montage view. Hey, I might come up with a name for that one day, until the tide changes. So how is he enjoying the wee map so far? I think we're coming along canny. I'm loving these ever blossoms, like. They add a lovely little bit of colour to the map. And I know the lemon trees and that do when they're in. And for the very brief moment the grapes are in as well. I hear the things! I hear the things! What is it? It's a bad tide! Oh, it's inevitable. It was inevitable. It was going to happen. Okay. Right. Think. There's absolutely no point in planting any more kohlrabies until we know what the ground layout's like. Well, no, even then we're not going to get anything. We need big water storage. How are we coming along here? We're getting gears. We will at least be able to continue to get gears. However, that's not going to help us when we can't slip up the water. Alright, I've reinstated this bad lad. We've only got 2 builders, so we're going to be pausing these 2 inventors. Get 4 builders on the gun. And we're going to be building all of these water tanks, or at least as many as we possibly can. Because this bad tide is going to be something else. I don't know how long it's going to be. We're already up to cycle 5, so it may be a tad heckers like. So I beaver, hammer that big old tank in, aka the small tank. And farmer beavers, pick up all the kohlrabies. I didn't want to say a single deed kohlrabi, not one. But anywho, my thinking is, the kohlrabies are going to get 3 days to grow, and there was 3 days left at that point. Oh, this is in! Look, let's get beaver! Pick it up, gatherer! Pick up that berry before it all gans to schnot. Oh wait, the berry storage! Right, temporary, no more grape storage, because they just get eaten up anyway. Berry storage. That means that this berry picker here can actually go and pick some berries. Hopefully at least this one. I built a bloody bridge out just for that one purpose, so I hope you get those 3 berries, beaver. Tell you what, with the water getting slurped up to the side, I really appreciate one of the update 6 features where the water level changes a lot more gradually. So this little waterfall that Gan's doing, instead of it just being one big block or just not happening at all. Because if we look from the other side and dig under the water, you can see there's not that much water there before it actually dips off the end. And it looks really nice and smooth now in Update 6. Tell you what, that is a little angle there, isn't it? With the 3 water pumpers slurping away. Actually, 4 water pumpers slurping away there in that one shot. You can see, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. You didn't want to be a rogue beaver gun doing these rapids. You will get slurped up. Guaranteed. Now today, get paused. Oh, morning, beavers! Get yourselves up in a boot. We've got the last day before this big bad tide hits. It's the first one any of us have seen since Davey settled Cavey. Davey told tales of a big old bad tide back where he was from, but we all thought he was talking shite. Well, I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? And look at this view. We've got a beaver, sick beaver at that, unfortunately, but able to rest up away from the noisy industry and overlooking Cavey's main settlement. There are fewer places better to recover than out on the side there, hanging over the river. You know, I just noticed. Oh, hello, settings. Look at the scale of the mini-map, because it's a 32 by 32 map. Oh, that mini-map looks great. It's a big old pixel. I wonder what it'll look like when we're all done. You can't see it there. You can see the river x-raying through the ground, flowing out. You can see me farmland, me bit industry, me bit trees, me bit this, me bit that. It's looking nice, like. It's looking very nice. But, you know, I'm gonna have to go ahead and cliffhanger this bit episode here. Because to be quite honest with you, I'm a bit too scared to tackle a bad tide right now. I'm kind of hoping that maybe I'll release the first couple episodes that I've recorded of this series and people will have some suggestions for me. If not, then I reckon I'm canny shee out of luck on that. Why didn't we join our beaver brethrens here? Gan doon the ladder? Or And catch yous in the next episode, where we'll find out how long this bad tide's gotta be. Toodles!